Hello Aries, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Aries, this is your bi-weekly read. We're going to see what's going on for you at this time. Remember, flip the roles as it applies. Cross-watcher if you're here, welcome as well. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, booked personal reads with me, made donations to the channel, the hypes. Yeah, I forget that those things exist. So thank you so much for all the ways you support the channel. So hopefully something comes from this read for you for the next 2 weeks. We're on the precipice. Tomorrow is the new moon in Libra. Wishbone. That card came out for Scorpio this morning. Maybe you have Scorpio placements. New moon in Libra tomorrow. Scorpio season starts on Thursday. Or Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I think it is the 23rd. Wednesday. I got my days all mixed up already. What a way to start the week. So maybe it's just Scorpio season. That's that wishbone fire. There you are, Aries. The spontaneity of everything that you are. Maybe taking a risk on something. Going, well, if I want to see things happen, I've got to make some movement. So let's see what the overall energy is for the next 2 weeks for Aries. Certainty. Ooh. I got the chills, Aries. Oh my. Oh, goodness. You know something good is coming in. I'll tell you that. Your higher self may be letting you know that, whether you know it yet or not. But patience is like it's almost time. The sun rises, the sun sets. Some obstacles have been in the way for some time. The number 6 could have specific relevance. October 6th, November 6th. But there's something it's like you're very aware of something here. Heads up, Aries, you could have other people watching you, by the way. Surprise, surprise, if you're on social media or whatnot. Watch the language that you speak. You're calling order into something. Death and rebirth happening here. Ambitious. You're being ambitious. I like whatever energy you're encompassing. It doesn't feel super bold, but it's like you're feeling good about something here. I don't know what that something is, but it's like, I'm just going to go ahead and take that leap of faith and we'll see what happens. So I think you're trying to have patience. We'll see. We'll see what comes up here. Pay attention to your hearing, what you actually hear as well. Some of you could be dealing with like ear infections or, I don't know, something like that. Electronization. So something is backing up what you already know. Again, higher self. Your higher self could be real important. Collection. Aries, this might be one of the best readings I think I might have seen for you in a minute. I like these cards right off the gate here. Greed, though. Greed. As I say that, greed sits at the bottom of the deck. Somebody might be trying to reconcile with you. Don't be stupid, Aries. Don't be stupid. What else here? Spirit for Aries. Sunset. Did I not just say the sun sets? The sun rises, the sun sets. Aries, it's real simple. You are weeding out some things and weeding out some people. This kind of gives me the inclination of somebody that has rejected you in the past kind of comes back around and you're like, I wasn't good enough for you then. Why am I good enough now? I'm not going to play second rate or second class to anything, to anybody or anything. Oh yeah. It's like when the chips are stacked against somebody, then all of a sudden here they come to call. Like I feel like you knew this day was going to come. Something, it may not even have been super apparent to you, but you're like, you know, it's almost like dreaming, like one of these days so and so is going to come back and they're going to need something from me. And the answer is going to be no. Your birthday might be April 20th, by the way. That's just into your season, isn't it? Like you always knew they would come back around. It's coming. If you've been waiting for that like moment of vindication to be able to turn down somebody that's turned you down, like I think it's coming, Aries. It's like, so now I'm a backup plan. Now I'm good enough. No, thank you. So what is this about? Page of Cups. Literally. Somebody coming in. The Hierophant calling order to chaos. Emotional dreamer. Aries, you've been dreaming about, it's like you're accepting value of who you are. When people don't see our worth or our value, you start to reconcile yourself to that and go, this is just, it's learning what's not meant for you. I'm going, okay, that's fine. Like it's made me a little more sensitive. It's made me feel some kind of way, but I know that that thing was not meant for me. That person, that job, that whatever was not meant for me. And that's okay. It's like you're getting comfortable with rejection, getting comfortable with the word no, and being okay with just that and going, that's fine. Like I see where people, I said order from chaos, second card back, chaos. And then passionate love, thorns and short. Tired of things being short-lived. The letters R and M could be of significance to you. But just realizing like it's not worth going against yourself for other people to make them feel better about themselves. And you're healing a very specific aspect about yourself. And I think it's stabilizing you to feel more like your better self no matter what. Your higher self is guiding you through these. They're like tiny epiphanies, Aries. I like the way that feels, though. They're like tiny epiphanies of recognizing what you should have. The snake, literally, and it comes out sideways. Ascending. Aries, you're moving. It's like you're starting to get a clearer picture about what you need, what you want, what you desire. And it's like competition and energy. The other woman look over your shoulder. Always, other people placing you in third parties or competition and going, you know what, that's just not for me. I'm just not going to do that. Either you're here or you're not. You don't get to come back when you need something. You don't get to come back when you want something. I'm here for more than just that. And you're really, look, commitment. If you're looking for love, this is like, I know what I want and what I deserve. And if you're going to play with my heart, you're going to play with my head, you're going to play with my mind. Like, I've got a soulmate out there waiting on me somewhere. I've got the right person waiting on me somewhere. And do you know, Aries, you have soulmates that aren't supposed to be a part of your everyday life for the rest of your life. They're meant to come in and teach you something. And I think you've had enough of those lessons, and I think you're learning just that. So I like the way this feels for you. It's almost like you stressed out. Water signs could be of significance to you. I said what? You might have Scorpio in your chart. But you also realize the negative impact that dealing with people like that, what that does to you. And it's like, this could be somebody too that maybe has a health issue or something like that. Could be an earth sign as well that you're dealing with. So water and earth. And it's like, oh, again, you have a problem. It's like, last week I tried to talk to you and tried to do something with you and you were busy. And now this week you've got something going on and you need to be taking care of our baby. The answer is no. So Aries, hold the line there. Guardian, you are being protected at this time. There is an energy, could have a parent that might have been an earth sign, I'm not sure, or somebody in your life specifically that has passed on. Again, the sunset is lost loved ones, memories, elders, nightfall, and then you've got this guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. So you may be learning something around maternal energy at this time as well, of like the purpose of feminine energy in your life and what you stand to gain from nurturing yourself. A mother is a nurturer. So how are you nurturing yourself at this time? And I do think that your sights on how you've been living is starting to change, and realizing that, I would say if you're a man, you may be having healthier relationships with the women in your life. Doesn't matter if it's your mother, your daughter, your sister, your best friend, whoever it might be, your wife. But you're starting to realize that the dynamic needs to shift, okay? And I think you're embracing that with this Temperance. Now, this collection card, the Queen of Pentacles, more nurturing energy. You're learning a lot right now. Let's see, for Aries. 4 of Cups. 7 of Wands. What I'm going to say to this is very simple. I just said you've had enough examples. You've had enough of the stuff that doesn't, that leads to disappointment in your life, and you're tired of the disappointment. The need to introspect, reevaluate, reposition yourself, and defending that and going, it's a brave thing to do to say, you know what, it's okay if you hurt me. I'm carrying on politely with love and respect. Don't come back. and you know, or when they do come back, they're like, nah, I'm good, like we're good here. So it's kind of a repeating theme here, Aries, for you. Let's see. Intimacy and communicate. Might be good in the sheets. Might look good, might feel good, doesn't mean it's good for you, because it's like if you don't have communication and the things that attract you to something, there's no point in even involving yourself in it. And I do feel like you do have something coming in. Like here's the thing, you're always going to know by way of how they communicate with you. And I think that's the clear thing here is intimacy is not just with our lovers or our partners. It is with everybody. And communication, is it honest? Is it effective? Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? You're starting, it's like you're materializing what that actually looks like for you, what's important to you, and paying attention to maybe even red flags in communication as to how you're dealing with other people and going, wait a second, they said this, I'm going to pause and think about this before I jump on top of that. So it's like if you feel like everything is one-sided, you're not going to lean full force into it like you have in the past. You're really starting to embrace some level of new beginning for yourself that is going to help you to reevaluate the decisions that you make so that you're not repeating past patterns, okay? This sun, as I say sunset, the sun just went down. Do you see that? What is the sunset about? That's crazy. Ace of Swords, there is a truth. Six of Cups. Learning where that all started and originated from here, Aries. This is a big 2 weeks of self-introspection, and Scorpio season is great for just that. Seven of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. You know, it's almost like once you realize that truth, that inner truth around those situations or why you are the way you are, right? You feel almost victorious in the sense that like you can kind of go back to maybe being a 6-year-old child and going, what did I need from my mother in my life, or these feminine figures that I seem to have issues with? What did I need at that point? And being okay with the truth that you're finding within that. So it's, I hate to go, it's really simple, but it is really very simple in a lot of ways. And there it is. The light will shine. Ace of Swords, Six of Cups, someone else. Again, it's like having that competition around you. There is, Aries, if you're getting into a new job or a new relationship or something like that, that's likely when this person may make a return to this job, or, you know, you might run into somebody and go, oh, hey, your old boss said they like, you know, we'd like to have you come back, or whatever it is. How did they treat you? It's like, how have they treated you in the meantime? Did you become an option to something? Where you looked over that, you know, for that promotion, where you looked over for this, where you looked over for that? You're tired of trying to put on a happy face with people that have ultimately hurt you time and again. It never seems to get off the ground, or it never seemed to really go anywhere. So I do feel like you're making some better decisions for yourself moving forward, and I like that for you. Clown, what is that about, Spirit? Two of Swords, sideways, Nine of Cups. You're leaning more into what is important for you. Empress again, telling you, nurturing, self-love, self-care. What do I need? Not just looking at superficial things, but what do I need as a person? What do I deserve? What makes me happy? And letting yourself kind of be the dreamer, Aries. Letting yourself dream about what it is that you want, need, deserve, and desire, and seeing how that manifests. And in time, that manifestation will come to life. Spirit, having patience, certainty. I know that something better is coming for me. I just need to be patient with myself and with others, but also not taking any bullshit in the meantime, okay? I'm going to get you one other card because it's a little bit of a short reading for Aries. Anything else for the next 2 weeks, Spirit, for Aries? Wish upon... I can't get away from that energy, Aries. Tender embrace and wish upon a star. What you want wants you, right? Like what you're desiring, what you're inspiring to have, to be, to do is coming for you. But you do have... Here's the thing. You do have someone else, spirit of gratitude, being grateful and thankful for what you do have. You do have somebody else that tends to come in as an interference to your relationships. And I want to clarify, look, spirit of gratitude, a great big love, root of abundance. I said about the ears, right? Look at this. This cup has 2 ears on it. Check that out. I know this one's a little harder to see, but there it is. something about the ears. Somebody could be overhearing, listening to your conversations as you've got this spy card. Moving may be necessary. Move on. Someone is unavailable. It's a waste of your time. Some of you could just be moving in general. It's like, pay attention to who's listening to the conversations that you're having if you're speaking on the phone or whatnot. I would even guard your text messages too, honestly. Like, there's something about that, like the spirit saying there's prying eyes. Someone else. Who is this someone else? It's like somebody who wants to they want to give you their perspective. They want to tell you what they think you should do. But if you look at the past advice they've given you, it hasn't led to much. Growth coming out sideways. And it's almost like this person is a distraction. They let you vent to them. But I think there's a misunderstanding as to why they're open to you to begin with if you've let them in. So I would just, however that resonates for you, I would be mindful of that. Now, the spirit of gratitude. What is this about, spirit? Defend what you're happy about, you know. Unions and Aries, are you into a season of love? Have you been struck by Cupid's arrow? What's coming here? Aries, men and women alike, them, they. I said about superficial desires. Big boobs could be a superficial desire to some people. That alone does not make a person. So if that's your thing, there's got to be more to it than just that. Like, that's such a random, that's like a Scorpio message right there. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be more substance to something, right? So just a heads up on that, okay? If you're out there looking for love, just because they have big boobs doesn't mean that that's the one for you, okay? If that's what you're looking at, fellas. But yeah, just FYI. So what is this rings about? Rings could have some sort of significance. Twin flame, abundance. Some people, I would say to you, if you're in a good relationship right now, there's a need to reignite what it's almost like being grateful for each other, being in a space of gratitude and loving the experience, remembering why you came together to begin with. Because it's like you're getting ready. I said, have you been struck by Cupid's arrow? Look at that. Cupid's arrow comes out. Jesus. And for some of you, for others of you, it's like sometimes just being in a space of contentment with oneself is the appreciation and the gratitude that we need to have. Like, we need to be able to love ourselves before we can love another. So I would stop and ask yourself, if you're looking for love or whatever the next thing is, how much love do you feel for yourself? It always starts with us. It always starts with us. So how are you feeling about yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you treat yourself well? Do you take care of yourself? Ace of Cups, self-love, self-care, self-nurturing. And there's been a lot of nurturing energy in this read. Be in that space for yourself in the next 2 weeks. What I'm going to say, what happens? Well, Spirit, they're funny. I'm like, what happens for Aries if this is what comes to be? And then Spirit, I forgot that card was sitting there. Great big love. So you have wonderful things, like something good coming back around to you. When I say back around, it doesn't mean somebody from the past or a job from the past, but it's going to ignite a new trajectory of a new cycle of the wheel that you get on that leads you into the abundance that you're deserving of. So, you know, trust your value. Abundance is more than just money. It's your personal value as well. It's the things that you appreciate, the things that you're happy for. Continue to nurture what you do have, and you're going to see greater things come to be. So this 2 weeks, Scorpio season, it's all about transformation. And I do think you are transforming yourself over these 2 weeks. If you've already started, good for you. Keep going. Okay. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope the next 2 weeks for you, there's a gnat, are good and well, and you're healthy and happy and taking great care of yourself. So I'm sending you all so much love. Personal reads, again, are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Sending you love. Take care. I'll see you soon.